Man, what's going on? It's your boy Butler. It's the best day of my life. Tomorrow's not promised. Go on, do your little dance while they still playing your song. Lot going on. Been getting some movement, man. I've been posting these. A lot of violence going on in Georgia prisons, man. A lot of unfortunate cases, man, of people being taken advantage of, and that's both the people you witness being victimized and also the victimizers. And I say that because a lot of times hurt people hurt people. And it sounds cliche and it sounds like, oh, you ain't tough, you ain't no G, you ain't no real street dude. Hey man, at the end of the day, man, I don't know no real street dudes, man. People be claiming that they this and claiming that they that, man, and then when they get in certain circumstances, they adjust accordingly. Uh, and then when you come down to a real street dude, um, it's almost like the cards are stacked against you. Like a real street dude got to lose at the end. At the end of the day, man, you got people who have been in the streets and have been, they have made it out by the hair of their chin, bro. You know what they want? They want some peace and some quiet and some relaxation, man. I just seen some real OGs climb mountains and walk and go on hikes. These people trying to be at peace, man. Them folks don't want no nonsense going on, man. It's unfortunate that a lot of us succumb to the propaganda and the nonsense that is put before us, but it's a cycle. And within that cycle, man, you have to, if you don't shift your paradigm, if you don't alter the way that you think, if you can't predetermine what's been positioned on your plate for your demise, then the demise will continue to take place. And I say that because from the overdosing of drugs to the rioting at Phillips to the inmates being set on fire to the people being tied up and stuck up and made to lick shower shoes and all this stuff, man. If this system worked, if the judicial system worked, if the Georgia Department of Corrections was actually centered around rehabilitation, man, these programs, this institution would be a whole lot different. And our society would be a whole lot different. It's not, man. The United States has the highest prison population in the world. It's not because we have the most people. It's because it's big business. The United States also has the classroom to prison pipeline. That means that a defunct education system is guaranteed to fill up your prison beds. There is no money in rehabilitation, just like there is no money in instituting a cure. The goal is to medicate you until you die. To cure you would be to reduce one's income. And when I say one's income, if you get fixed or you get cured, then you don't need the cure. If people start breaking the law, then what will eventually happen is prisons will shut down, jails will shut down, judicial systems will shut down. These people have job security. And the way that this system is set up, you have people that always get sick because of our diets and the food that we're permitted to eat. You have people that always will go to jail because of the things that we're exposed to and the chess pieces that are being moved on the board. It's almost as if everything gets set up is predetermined. It's as simple as it's illegal to drive past the speed limit. Why isn't it illegal to make cars that go past the speed limit? Because you need people to break the law in order to keep this system going. And it's just that simple. The moment that we begin to realize that we're only products on the shelf, then we'll start acting accordingly. But some of us are so brainwashed and so caught up in the propaganda and caught up in the nonsense that we'll well, that's an old term. We'll drill ourselves to death, folks. And we so gangstified and we so real and we so trill, bruh, we'll kill ourselves. And the gangs and the unlawfulness and the time wasting and the money wasting and the potential wasting, it's just dramatic, man. And in the prison system, man, there's not supervision. You got people dead in their cell for 2 days. You got a whole lot of stuff going on, man. And it just seems like the government, the governor, the people who are in charge of policing, the people who are in charge of, making sure these people are safe. A lot of these people are coming back to our communities, man. You go and you do some time and you don't learn nothing while you're there. In fact, you go and you pick up more trades, more unlawful trades, and then you come into our community and then now you altering the price of my property. I definitely have an issue with it. One, because if we keep perpetuating the system that we have right now, and we keep repeating this, then we'll eventually be demised. Right now, it's not even enough African American men on the street to reproduce for every woman. If every black man decided he was going to be faithful to a black woman, man, it would be an excessive number of black women that just sitting around twirling in their fingers. We dying. We not even the minority no more. It's a scary place to be. I was talking to one of my homeboys and we was talking about sometimes when you're going through the fire, it doesn't seem as hot as it could possibly, when you're going through the fire, it doesn't seem like it's a fire. You're just going through it. Man, that's not true, man. I done been through the fire, bro. I done did a decade in chain gang. I got locked up at 19, man. I come home when I was 29. And at some point in time in my bid, I became a monster. And I ain't saying I was terrifying people. I'm saying my mentality was that of an individual that was outside of myself. I'm a nurturer. I'm a healer. I'm a teacher. I'm a learner. My mentor said I'm a preacher. I just ain't got off the nonsense yet. But I'm saying all that to say, man, I remember a situation when I first got into the county jail. First, I'm gonna read an article on the individual. I'm not gonna say his name, but this case, you know what? 2000. Let me go back to that. Anyway, man, there was a guy, and I don't want to say his name. Slay suspect jail under false name. When Chamonix police officers detained a jittery man apparently high on drugs on Shaliford Road Thursday afternoon, they thought he was just another would-be auto thief spotted as he tried unsuccessfully to steal a car at a Chamonix liquor store. They didn't recognize him as Bloop Bloop, a convicted robber and auto thief from the cab police believe is the thief whom the cab police believe is the volatile killer who shot and killed 2 women within 48 hours in broad daylight. Robbery, said Chamonix Police Captain Mark Bender. So I'm gonna stop right there because I don't want to get too deep off in it. I didn't say anybody's name. Well, I didn't say the person's name, but so I had a run-in with this individual, and he and I never physically got into a confrontation, but he sent his people at me. And so what took place was, okay, so I'm 19. I'm a tad bit confused about life. I just was a young teen, jumped off the porch, jumped into the back of a police car. I wasn't no crime boss. I ain't have no this and that, man. I went on a 3 to 6 month run, and it was what it was. And if you look at some of my stories, you'll see a lot of those situations that I was in, man, were circumstantial. Yes, I did put myself in each and every situation that I was in. But some of those things could be avoided. Hopefully with some of the things that are listened to, that are posted, that are shared, that are commented on, that are talked about in your private arenas, man, will help reduce some of the mistakes that some of our teens are going to make. So I'm 19, I get locked up for armed robbery. Mind you, I got armed robbery, I got carjacking, and then I have an aggravated assault for everybody that's in that store. That means I have no bond. Strategically, I have no bond. So I'm frustrated. I have a child on the way. I start off on the 6th floor. And as I stayed in the DeKalb County Jail on Memorial Drive for 3 years, and as time progressed, I became more aggressive. I got more bolder in my stance. At first, I was just a naive little dude who had no understanding. I'm gonna tell you how naive I was, and then I'm gonna get back to my man who killed the two women, because I had a run-in with this dude. But I was so naive, bro. When I got locked up, I had an African roommate. The African roommate didn't have no teeth at the top, but he was kicking his Jesus game. And bro tricked me. Well, I didn't say he tricked, he finessed the situation because he knew I was green, bro, to the point where I connected my mama with him. And because he was from Africa and he didn't have no family, bro, my family took this man in. This man was at my house. I was calling my house and this was picking the phone up. And that's for real. That's how naive I was. That's how people will play on you in real life, outside of jail or inside of jail. I came in there green to death. Green is this sweatshirt that I got on in real life. As I began to progress, man, I seen what people tried to take advantage of me, tried to take advantage of my situation because I had people that cared about me. And I hadn't been in and out of jail. This was my first time in jail. So I didn't know no better. So as I was offered 40 years. They wanted me to play out the 40 years, man. This immediately pushed my hairline back about 2 inches. I'm 21 years old. Well, 19, 20, 21. When everything started to unravel, the aggravated assaults was dropped. The carjacking was thrown out. But I still had the armed robbery. SB 440 in the state of Georgia is a mandatory minimum of 10 years. And I had homeboys who had that same charge, and they went to trial, crunked it up, and was leaving with 30s and 40s. Scared the bejesus out of me. Someone was leaving with 15s. Someone was leaving with 11s. But in my mind, I had to convince myself that I was going home. I was like, I got a child. I got stuff to do. I already knew who I was going to rob. God had a whole nother plan. You heard me? So I'm going back and forth to court. I'm in court, and we didn't crunk the jury trial up. I have a public defender. This public defender sweated profusely. I'm talking about in the middle of the winter. This man had a suit on, and he was sweating everywhere, and I just didn't trust him. One thing I did trust that he said, though, because while we were, I picked the jury, I'm guilty. I'm going to jury trial. I'm in Judge Hancock courtroom. And as we are going through the trial, he come to me. He said, hey, the state still got 10 years on the table. You could take these 10. You've been down about 1.5. I tell him, I say, hey, man, if I play out these 10 years, I said, my daughter will be 9 years old. My 26-year-old now. I say, she'll be 9 years old. He say, if you don't take these, she'll be 19 to 29 when you get home. He wasn't sweating when he said that. And that thought began to, it was on me. So I stopped the trial. And I took the 10. My mama stood behind me. I was hyperventilating. The air was getting thin. I felt lightheaded. My mama, Diana Wingo, put her fist in my back like this while I was taking the 10. She was like, man up. She said, you was a man when you was putting that pistol on them folks. Man up. Keep your head up. Keep your head up. Yeah. You got this. We got you. But you got to take this. Man up. Simple as that. Took the 10. And now I'm like, I got a decade to serve. Mind you, I didn't did a year, but I'm still in the county. And I just started fighting. Every time I went to court, every time the TV came, I was just going at it. Win, lose, draw. One situation I got into was with the case that I just talked about. My man who was doing all the killing. And he was around the central location, Shallowford Road, Beaufort Highway, DeKalb County, Memorial Drive. He later pleaded out to a third murder. So DeKalb County, I don't know how it is now, but back in the day, 6th floor, you could have J's or you could have armed robbery, you could have murder. But if you weren't making no noise, you could stay on the 6th floor. So I hadn't played myself off the 6th floor because I was fighting. Then I made it to the 7th floor. Got to the 7th floor, stayed there for a little bit, moved around to different domes, and then I started fighting on the 7th floor. So then I made it to the 8th floor. That's the top, baby. That's 24-hour lockdown. No, 23-hour lockdown. You come out for 1 hour a day. Within that hour, you got time to make your phone calls, take your shower, and that's it. Wasn't no TV in the dome. Wasn't nobody to talk to. So everybody locked down. So this dude that I just told the case about, this dude had this thing where he would pretend to kill himself. He would cut on his wrist, but the way that he would cut, it would just allow him to bleed. You ain't really hitting no real vein. You ain't really trying to kill yourself. You really want some attention. So in the dorm, the lockdown dorm, man, it was one man cell. I had my pictures of my newborn up on the wall, bro. I'm just like, I'm writing. I'm at the beginning of a bid, bro. I don't know who I am. I'm trying to figure this thing out. I'm just like, bro, God couldn't have brought me this far to just drop me off, man. But I'm in the cell, and one day I come out from a shower. And my man say, Sean. I'm on my name, Butler. I don't know who you talking to. Hey, Sean. Hey, buddy. But I ain't saying nothing. I don't have no conversation, Sean. He say, hey, tell them folks I done cut myself. Boy, stop. You didn't cut yourself. First of all, I done seen somebody cut themselves. You don't do a whole lot of talking. That ain't what I said. That's what I'm thinking. Then I done came out there with attitude, but I'm not playing around with you, man. I don't have time for this. I done seen you tie up officers and mess up people's time. You have to kill yourself you have to die another day, Sheldon. You can't die today. Cause if I go to this booth and tell these police that you just tried to kill yourself, the first thing they're gonna do is lock me down. Die another day, Sheldon. So I take my shower, I go into my room. I don't think nothing of it. He like, bet, I got you. I'm new. I don't know all this stuff, bro. I ain't hip to none of this is going on, bro. So this is why I'm so passionate about trying to help people that's in the system, bro. Because it be some stand-up guys that just be going through some stuff. I don't know these people in these videos, bro. I see some of the backstories. I hear stuff, but I don't know what their situation is. I don't know if they done violated. I don't know if they done, broke the laws or the codes. I don't know what they done did. But what I'm saying as a human being, you should be allotted certain rights. And one thing I was, I'm big on is this, bro. Like, I'm already being shackled and moved around by the system. They gonna tell me when to piss, when to eat, and everything. Now I got to take orders from you. Nah, go on bust my head, man. That's what's going on. So, as that day goes on, because I'm in the one-man cell, I got my flap open so I can see what's going on. You know what I mean? So I got my flap open. This later on that same day now, I got my flap open. I'm writing. Mind you, I told you I got the pictures of my daughter up on the wall, man. Just everywhere I look out the window, might do some push-ups. I get too hungry, drink some water, put some toothpaste in my mouth. That's what's going on. Sitting in my cell, man, and I hear somebody walking around. I ain't really paying no mind, though. And I hear a splash in my cell. So I'm like, what that is? It ain't chow time. That ain't no Kool-Aid. I look on my sheets. I'm like, what's that smell? Shouting. It can splash doodle on my sheets. Hold up. That's a real thing, man. So this dude or somebody who he had as a do-boy, I think it was him though. I'm almost certain that it was him. Seen that I had my flap open. Mind you, you premeditated this because you had to put your doo-doo in a cup and then you had to stir it up with the mustard to loosen it up. You different. First of all, you different. You different. You different. Then you brought this cup all the way upstairs and splashed it in my room. When I tell you my spirit was broken, my spirit was broke. I said, oh, my room just smelled like feces, man. Then I'm like, I took my pictures off the wall. I took all my sheets. And now I got to wait for the police to bring chemicals around. And now I don't want no more doo-doo splashed in my room. I done shut my flap. I don't want no trouble with these folks. So I'm just like, okay, it is what it is. It is what it is. But I'm paying attention now. Because if I see you, it's on. Boy, it's 23-hour lockdown. You're not going to get no opportunity. So the next day, I come out. I go to the shower. Nobody saying nothing. So I hit the shower. In DeKalb County, you got to hit that shower 5 or 6 times for it to heat up. That shower got to heat up. It's going to be cold. So while it's heating up, I still got my shower shoes and I still got my orange jumpsuit on. So I guess when they hear me in the shower, they think I'm in the shower. So they think I'm in the shower. My man said one of his do boys out there, I'm 6'3". He got to be 6'4". In his room, he done took a broomstick and he done sharpened it down. This man got a shank, the shank like this. Had I taken my jumpsuit off and got in that shower and had soap in my face and into that man, out of here. Out of here. I'm still clothed. I got my shower shoes on and I got my jumpsuit on. So while I'm there, I hear the dude, I said, it's a cell open. Before I know it, he was up on me. He was up on me, man, and I just, my instinct kicked in and I just defended myself. You know what I mean? He got some of this on, but he didn't get no vital organs. You know what I mean? I didn't have to go get no stitches in there. In fact, that day, the real ass whooping came when the police came in there. Because if the police come to the 8th floor, they not doing no talking. Them folk came and beat both our ass. You see what I'm saying? Snatched us up. I'm still popping off. Man, you ain't such trying to. Felt like I went out bad. Cause I didn't get no lick on them. I ain't nothing. I was just trying to stay alive. And at that moment, bro, I could have been one of them people that's on that video. I ain't violated nobody. I ain't sexually assaulted nobody. I ain't a part of no gang. I ain't did none of that. You just ain't got nothing going on. You ain't going nowhere. And you want to have it your way. And you want to inflict whatever you got going on the police staff and on the inmates. Yeah, that's how it's going down. So, I got closer to God. I got closer to God. But I also, I was transforming into an animal. Because what I began to understand is that all that nice, understanding, logical, that's not what's going on. That's not what's going on. You got to go stupid. And you got to renew your stupidity every time you get a chance. Period. So they moved me back down to the 7th floor. I'm slick avoiding fights because I don't want to go back up to the 8th floor. But if that's what happened, then that's what happened. So I talk about a video where prior to this arrest, I got locked up for driving with a firearm, which was a misdemeanor because I wasn't a felon at the time. So all they wanted me to do is plea out to it, and they was gonna run it in with the time that I had. I'm like, bet, but I'm going to court. So I'm going to court one day, and when you go into the courtroom, when you go into court in DeKalb County at that particular time, they might have 8 people on the chain. So you have one hand that is chained up, either your left hand or your right hand. And all y'all is walking on the chain. Y'all come from whatever dorm y'all coming to. Y'all go into the multi-purpose room. Then together, shackled, y'all go down to the holding tank. They unhandcuff you. And then you get cuffed back. Then you get on the bus. Then you go to the DeKalb County Courthouse in downtown Decatur. So I get down there. I'm in the holding tank. Early morning, even though I have gotten my time, I'm still, bro, just something about going to court. It's just my appetite is off. I don't know what's going on because they don't tell you nothing. So who do I see? Who do I see coming in, chained up, one hand chained up, coming into the same holding cell? The stabber, the attempted stabber. Ooh. I hadn't did about 50 push-ups. I said, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Animal meet animal. And like an animal. I gave Shawty everything I had. I'm talking about he was still handcuffed. I made my way over there. And whatever, all the Midway Park I had off him, all the Cross Keys basketball, everything, all the East Lake Meadow, all that I gave Shawty everything I had. When I hit him, his knees buckled. What I didn't know, is, boy, he was affiliated. And some of his affiliates was in there watching. So I get moved to another holding tank. But when we come back from court, ooh, they on me. They watching me. I done turned to the police now. Say, hey, man, I can't be in the cell with that dude right there, man. I got a problem with them folks. Anybody that look crazy and I can see them familiar faces, anybody, I'm like, nah, check this out. I run into a real one. But Ivan, I run into Ivan from Cross Keys. Yeah. Yeah. When I see him in the holding tank, I explain to him what's going on. Get what he say? Bet. What's up? What going on? Who it is? No question asked. Yo, that beautiful highway love. You hear me? Yeah, he like, what's happening? What's up? Shots out to Shawty. So every time that I went to court then, bro, I was on my P's and Q's. I'm saying all that to say this, man, is that you'll take somebody who has minimal street credibility, understanding, and altered minute perception of the world, and you'll put this person in the cell with a stone cold killer. What you think gonna happen? Now, with that being said, I broke the law. I'm a bad person. I'm supposed to go in here. But I'm eventually gonna come back to the streets. Don't you want to have me on YouTube trying to save the youth? I'm an anger management specialist. I'm a property owner. I'm a business owner. I'm active at the juvenile, at the jail, inside the prisons. I really care about people. I really don't want to see nobody going through the things that I went through. Don't you want people to come out and to be productive citizens? I'm scared shitless of breaking the law. I'm rehabilitated. Ain't that what you want? That's not what's always taking place. What's taking place is we going in there and we operate from a position of fear. And that fear is bringing so much together. And when we get together, we turn into a bunch of hyenas. And now we terrifying people because we terrified. Yeah, we violate them. Mentally, spiritually, sexually. That's what's going on. And this person hadn't had time to heal, address their issues. They been in the hill. They was thugging on the street. They showing up thugging in chain gang. And then you send this person home. Oh, you send them to a halfway house for 5-6 weeks, maybe a month, maybe 2 months. But he ain't even started to shift his paradigm. He's not utilizing emotional intelligence. He hadn't even got in tune with himself. You talk about a nigga crying in the shower because he's afraid to be who he is. Yo, that's what's coming home. And then with the lack of education and the lack of understanding of self, what is this individual going to do? What are these individuals going to do? What is this population of people going to do? They don't have the trades. They don't have the understanding. They have not healed. They're going to come out here and they're going to do what they normally have done. Just because you sit somebody that is unlawful down for 10, 20, 30 years, that don't mean when they come out, they ain't going to still be unlawful. They just a little older. Some of them thinking they more smarter. So I share these videos. I speak on these videos, man, because somebody got to start doing something. And I don't think that we asking for a whole lot. We just asking for y'all to do y'all job. And that's politicians. That's the police. That's everybody, the fake ass public defenders. We just ask for y'all to do y'all job, man. These are human beings. These are people. And I'm talking about the victims and the victimizers, because the victimizers have been victimized and they just don't know it. And they clicked up and they saying the same chant and they throwing the same signs, so they think that they bigger and stronger. But we all victims to this system, bro. We all victims to this system. And somebody get killed at a school. Somebody get shot at the gas station, people get robbed. But this is the thing though, we not going to the root of the issue. The root of the issue is that we not filtering what we're allowing to our system. Because right now you can turn to any radio station and you can hear black people killing black people, and it's art. And you have major corporations like Coca-Cola and Kroger and Home Depot that got a Black History pen, but they still advertise on these stations that promote black on black violence. Yeah, and we worry about who done got the award for the year. How strategically can you kill black people? How strategically can you degrade our women? How strategically can you expose that mindset to our children where a 12 or 13-year-old kid got a pistol and he about the same action you about? Yo, and sometimes because his brain is not fully developed, but he don't have no fucks to give. Yo, he'll shoot you faster than I will, period. So I'm saying all this to say this. However you can spread the word, spread the word. Share a video, talk about it, discuss it. Talk to your teams, man. See what get in their business. Because if not, the system got a bed for them. The only thing is they may not make it back from that bed. And that's the butt naked truth. This your boy Butler. It's the best day of my life. Tomorrow's not promised. Go on, do your little dance while they still playing your song. God made dirt. Dirt don't hurt. Like, share, and subscribe.